Underneath that, I want you to write the word persistent. Persistent. All right? Now, let's talk about the side effect of each one of these words. What is the side effect of being passive? Please write this down. I will be poorer. All right? Poorer is a word. $50,000 a year income is poorer than $100,000. $100,000 is poorer than $200,000. Now, what is the side effect of being persistent? For fear you get this wrong, do not answer it out loud. It is a rhetorical question, but please write this down. I would prefer you tattoo it on yourself. Here it is. I will tick people off.
Yeah.
There's no way around this, friends. See, you can be the most passive person in the world and speak to only 10 people in a year. A percentage of those people will not like you. Get over it. They brought Jesus Christ up on Trump charges and killed him. They killed Gandhi. Everybody's not going to like you, and I don't think your career in Almanavi is going to be quite that dangerous, right? But how many of you would agree if you were more persistent in certain areas in your life, you'd get more results? Yes or yes?
Yes.
That's a given, right? Do you know and understand psychologically why you're not if you're not? And remember, if you can't figure out the why, you can't figure out the how. I'm going to share with you 3 things. Master these 3 things, and it will dramatically change the dynamics of your thinking and your finances. Number 1, write it down. I am too overly concerned about what other people think. You are too overly concerned about what other people think, coupled with number 2 and number 3, too low of a value and belief. Too low of a value and belief in your products or services and in yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, I want you to take a note of 2 numbers. 100 times 10 and 1,000 times 1. These numbers are numbers in principle only. Which one do you think is smart and which one do you think is stupid? Do you think calling 100 people 10 times is smart or stupid over calling 1,000 people once? Calling 100 people 10 times is smart. Say it with me. Calling 100 people 10 times is what?
Smart.
So then calling 1,000 people times 1 is what?
Stupid.
Let me share with you how stupid we as intelligent humans can become. You get somebody started in your business, you get excited about it, you give them a phone call, you call them up, you leave a message, they don't call you back. Why expect them to call you back? I have no idea. It's called a commission, and that's what you should be working for. You should be doing the work, not them. If you want to control your destiny, you make the phone call. If you want somebody else to control your destiny, let them call you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now, if they're not calling you back, what should we do if we want to be successful? Call them back, right? So here's where the problem begins. We get ready to make the phone call. No, you don't have a fear of calling. You don't have the phone getting heavier on you. What it is you have a little self-talk that goes like this. I wonder if I call him again, I might call him too early in the day. Maybe I'm going to call him too late again. Maybe if I call him again, I just might tick them off. And then before you know it, subconsciously, you listen to that little story and you put that phone number away, throw it away, go get a brand new story because you got nothing attached to that. And then now you're starting to do 1,000 times 1 all over again. And we said earlier that was what?
Stupid.
Now let me share with you how you can make an additional 80% in your business. In my book here, let me figure out what page. On page 40, listen to this. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Listen to this now. 5% of salespeople or sales are made on the 3rd contact. 10% of sales are made on the 4th contact. Listen to this. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact.
Wow.
Friends, if you're willing to do the 1,000 times 1, you will not be here long. But if you're not overly concerned about what other people think and you have a high value and belief in your product and services and yourself, and by the way, the higher your value and belief is, the more you'll trump not letting other people rent space in your head and not being overly concerned about them. I have so much belief in my products and services and myself, I will go through your front door, your back door, your toilet. I don't have any shame. Why? Because my value and belief is so high for me to succeed and help other people that it far surpasses what other people think about me. Does that make sense? So then, if you want to succeed at this business, and you were to write down 50 of your friends, you better make sure you're willing to call them at least between how many and how many times? 5 to 12 times. If you want to call them once and walk away, then you're going to get this, and you're going to be passive, and you'll be poor. Now, just from listening to Steve earlier, Steve already admitted that Charlie followed up with him for how many months? 90 days, he said, nearly 90 days? 90 days. So did Charlie call you once and walk away? Did you buy right away? Did you sign up right away the first call? No. So did Charlie just say, oh, there we go, 1,000 times one, I'm never going to call him
My
again?
sponsor called me 12 times.
12 times.
12 times.
Friends, if you're not willing to call 3 to 5 to 5 to 12 times, you need to understand psychologically why. It is not the business, it's you. And don't think you can jump ship and go to another business because the problem's going to follow you.
Yeah.
It's a problem between you and you, not you and Monavi. So if you can get into your head and figure out psychologically what's going on in my head that prevents me from having the value and belief to make the next phone call. And when you master that, let me tell you, let me share with you the difference between a person like myself who is massively persistent. In fact, I'm working on a company right now for 12 years. I will find out Thursday night if I get the deal. I will be in front of 25,000 people every quarter in the United States and in Europe and Australia.
Nice.
The difference between a person who is massively persistent and does the 100 times 10 and succeeds is a person who is consciously aware of their self-talk, like myself. And if it is negative, I have learned to disobey it when it is not in harmony with my goals. Someone who is not massively persistent is aware or not aware of their self-talk, but either way, they obey it when it's negative and they never get results. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's about it. I'm going to just leave it quick and short. I don't know if I can say this about Matt's place next week.
Oh yeah, tell me.
Matt's invited me. I'm on a promotional tour. That's why I'm actually here. Last year alone, I spent over 340 days traveling in hotels all over the country. So I'm hoping to wrap up my tour here in Florida in the next 30 days or so. But Matt, one of the key
We're going to
leaders...
have an opportunity meeting just like this, and you're going to talk.
Yes, they got an opportunity meeting. Check with the leaders here. I'm going to be speaking for about an hour and a half on programs and subjects like this. My job is to show you how to change your behavior so you can be massively successful in what you do. And by the way, tomorrow, if you go to my website, not to make a plug here, but GaryCoxe.com, that's GaryCoxe.com, you will see a detailed video of me talking about this particular product right here, or subject right here. And I've got a couple extra books if you don't mind me showing you. They're $12 if you want a couple extra books on this. But that's it. I don't know if you want some questions and answers or to wrap it up. I'm good to go, whatever you care.
You know what? We'll just all come up to you if anyone's got questions.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Gary, for coming.
Thank you.
Last thing I just want to do and wrap it up. If you haven't signed up, get yourself enrolled. Again, don't delay. My two brother-in-laws signed up Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving 8 years ago, and we sponsored a lady, Charlie and I, in my business that my kids babysat for, that sponsored 100 people in 5 days right underneath them, and they've made millions of dollars because they signed up before she signed up. You don't know who's going to sign up tomorrow. You hear them all. People are signing up everywhere.
You need to tell them, Steve, she signed up 100 people while she was skiing in Colorado.
Yeah.
And Steve and I and